One of our goals was state champs, and I said on the TV interview, it's becoming kind of a big deal to be able to win a state championship with 3 great programs in Division I in Nebraska. So first of all, Creighton is a very good team, and that setter should be a first-team All-American. I mean, she does amazing things. She just wills that team. She does great plays at the net. She gave us fits attacking and gave us fits with our blockers. So, very impressed with how hard they played. They could have easily just packed in the third game, but they just got better as the match went on, and we had to really raise it up in Game 4 to win that match. So much respect for Creighton as always, and those guys play really hard.
How much did not having more assists change the complexion of the game?
Well, Destiny did a great job. I think the big thing is they may have missed her passing because Ava Martin had to go all the way around, and she usually does. She gets subbed out of the back row. But it doesn't matter. Kendra Waite makes players better around her. She's very gifted in how she does that, and so it changed it. We prepared for her so that they had a different lineup. They moved their hitters around, so everything was a little bit different. But that's why it probably took them a while to get going, and we were pretty good in Game 1, staying on it, and but we got a lot of things we can get better at, and we got to learn how to finish matches when we have a team down, and I just thought we started making a bunch of errors in Game 3, and we got to learn from that.
How much of an impact did you feel Lexi had, especially early, keeping everything as close to the net as possible?
Yeah, Lexi's made some phenomenal digs tonight, and keeps balls alive. I don't know how many digs she had, but and we're trying to have her pass as many balls as possible. So she plays a really big role for us and gives us a lot of chances to win points, whether we're siding out or it's in a rally.
Becca said that she'd been struggling on offense a little bit this year. She had a pretty good game, even with reference to the Creighton presser just a minute ago. What do you think worked so well for her?
Good question. I told them they were competing in practice this week, and I thought she had a pretty good. They all had a really good couple practices, and she played really well against Creighton last year, and so maybe there's some carryover from that. And I watched last year's tape, and she really lit them up. I think she probably had more kills last year than she did this year, but that went 5 games. But she was fired up tonight.
What was the thinking behind putting Maggie in that third set and then going back to back?
Just getting her playing time. I'm trying to get people playing time, but it's just so hard in volleyball when you're trying to keep the momentum, and but we're going to try to keep getting people in. I got Allie in at the end. It wasn't very much, but we kind of made a run there, and I was looking for an opportunity, and so we got to keep getting people in matches.
What changed from those first 2 sets into the third set? Was it something they were doing or what you guys were doing?
It was, well, they started playing better, and they were very low air, and then we just got a little undisciplined, and it was a 2-point game, and we made about 4 hitting errors that they could have laid down and gone to sleep and wouldn't have to do anything that we just gave them. I mean, they were just wild hits. So you against a really good team, you do that, give them 4 easy points like that, and a couple of missed serves, you're going to lose.
John, attendance was 8,656. Devaney Center record. Did it feel a little bit different down there for you?
Well, no, I couldn't. All I noticed, the standing room only was packed, but I never even thought about a tennis record, but because I forget they added the seats in there. So that's pretty cool. But I think really what that is, the biggest crowd here, that's the respect for Nebraska and Creighton. And this, we want to call it a rivalry or whatever it is, but there's a lot of respect, and there's Nebraska kids on the court. And I think our fans, it's a continuation of last Wednesday, the celebration of volleyball in the state, and people wanted to be here on a Wednesday night. It's pretty impressive. But, yeah, that standing room only was packed. And I hope the people that have the new seats like them. But, you know, it got pretty loud. It got quiet a little bit in the early games, but this crowd, they know when to turn it up.
With respect to the game plan portion of, or the Norris's portion of the game plan, and Anne-Marie, Kiana, and David Martin were the three most efficient hitters coming in. That wasn't the case tonight. What were the keys there for that?
We prepared hard for them, you know, and we talked about, there's three hitters we had to shut down, Kiana and Nora and Martin. And so we did a pretty good job on those guys. And then, of course, we let Destiny was playing, you know, she's played some on the right, but we let her sneak some kills tonight. I'd like to have another shot. We'll learn from those. But she did a nice job for a freshman coming in here. She should be feeling really good about that.
John, do you get the sense your team continues to be on the right trajectory for where you want it to be?
Yeah, we're getting better every match. It's just, it's not going to be a rocket ship. It's going to be a diesel truck going tractor. So guys are getting ready to harvest pretty soon, aren't they? They get the combines out there. We're on a combine track right now. We're learning, and it's, you know, we got a brutal stretch coming up here of great teams. So we got to keep learning and what it's going to take.
Sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah.
How does tonight help you for the next several matches against new teams?
I just think learning the sense of urgency on every point, and you really can't mentally you cannot let up. And I thought the scoreboard caused us to let up a little bit. And then Creighton got back into it, got a nice run. We started making errors. We made a nice comeback, but you know, that last kill that they got to win that game, I mean, that was shouldn't have gone down. I mean, it was just we've got to learn the sense of urgency on every point. And again, you can talk about all you want in practice, and you can work on it in practice, but this is where they learn it.
Middlebrook only had one attack that entire third set. Is that just, was passing breaking down?
Yep. Yeah, passing was breaking down, and Bergen just started setting everything to the left side. So that was one of the talks at the end of Game 3 was we got to go back to mixing it up. And I think part of it maybe because Maggie was in there, but in practice, Bergen and Maggie have a great connection. But again, we really didn't. I don't really remember many chances we had to set Maggie.
Other questions? You praised Kendra a lot. How does an aggressive setter like that change your game plan?
She was giving us fits, so it doesn't change her. We prepared for her, but she's that good. She gave us fits, and she made. I mean, if you really know volleyball, she made some amazing plays at the net that I haven't seen many setters be able to do. So she's. If I was the Creighton coach, I'd be buying her dinner wherever she wants tonight. It's legal now, by the way. All right, we're good? Thanks, guys.